It's the e-commerce minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The e-commerce minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. This episode of the e-commerce minute is brought to you by SendPro Online by Pitney Bowes. SendPro Online is online software that helps save you time and money no matter what you send. Letters, packages, overnights, or flats, and you'll always pay the right amount. SendPro Online comes with a free 10-pound scale that weighs and calculates the rates for you. Plus, you can compare options between USPS, UPS, and FedEx right at your fingertips. And remember, folks, January 27th, 2019, that's coming up. USPS postal rates are going up. But just by using SendPro Online, you get discounts of up to 40% off of USPS priority mail shipping and 5 cents off of every letter you send. SendPro Online is only $14.99 a month, and e-commerce minute listeners can get a free 30-day trial when you visit pb.com/minute. It's e-commerce minute episode 397.
In today's episode, meet Keeper, the AI-powered smart shopping cart.
Amazon entered the convenience store space last year with their Amazon Go stores. Go stores are fully automated and require no checkout. Competitors are now racing to build their own self-checkout solutions. But cost is a definite factor. The average cost of a build-out of an Amazon Go type store is rumored to be around $1 million per store. The Caper Smart Shopping Cart may fill that gap. The Caper Cart is an AI-powered smart shopping cart that lets customers skip the checkout line. The Caper Cart combines image recognition via 3 cameras and a weight sensor to identify items without a barcode scan. The carts come equipped with an interactive screen and card swiper. The creators say that store purchases are up at 18% per visit when customers use the Caper Cart. This is in part due to the display screen, which shows shoppers deals and recommends products as they shop. The cost of each Caper Cart was not disclosed, but you can be sure it's way less than the tech involved in setting up a Go-type store experience. The cart concept is an affordable, scalable concept that will help smaller chains compete in the checkout-free convenience store and grocery space. The company says that shopping carts are already being used at 2 grocery stores in New York City and plan to launch them at 150 stores during 2019. I think this is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. I guess it'd be less technology.
So what this looks like, imagine a shopping cart, and then where you usually put your kid, there is a integrated, looks like an all-in-one plastic thing that contains a display screen tilted up at a 45-degree angle so you can see it, a card swiper, and some other thing that I can't really recognize. But basically, that controls your shopping experience. And the cart itself sees that when you put something into the cart past the top of the cart, that's where the sensors begin. Cameras take a picture of what you're doing. There's another sensor. And then when you put something in the cart, it's weighed. So I imagine it's kind of like a smart checkout where when you scan it and then you put it down, it says, well, we know that this thing is going to weigh 0.2 ounces. And if it doesn't, then something's wrong.
Right. I mean, what didn't ShopRite or one of those or Shop and Stop or whatever we're doing like the scanner things where you scan your stuff and like quick checkout type thing?
Yeah. I don't know how this is different. I think it's just because it's all in the cart.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, that's actually a good point. Why, we don't know how much these cost, so it wasn't disclosed. So I can imagine these are quite spendy. And in the demo video, you see the woman, she's using it, and she just goes to a corral area. It says Caper Cart Drop Off, and she just picks her stuff up and walks out the door, which is pretty cool. And then you see her checking her phone, her smugly checking out the phone and looking at the crowd behind her and going, I've already paid for my groceries.
Self high five.
Right, self high five. So Caper calls it a drop and go experience. The V1, so the V1 actually has a barcode scanner. V2 will not. V2 will just be like, you just drop it in and you don't have to think about what you're doing. So yeah, I guess it kind of is like the Kroger, I think the Kroger thing. And the Kroger thing was you would go to a kiosk and pick up one of those handheld barcode scanners that look like a gun.
Yeah.
But the neat thing is you can just pay for everything on here. You can do a credit card swipe or Apple Android Pay tap, and they email you the receipt. So each time they scan something, it says here, the cart takes 120 photos and precisely weighs the items to train Caper's machine vision algorithms. So it's kind of like a self-driving shopping cart. It's pretty crazy. There's some crazy technology here. Yeah, but you know what? I hadn't even thought about that Kroger thing. So why would someone do this if you can do a Kroger type thing? What are we missing? Are we missing the security part of it, or?
I don't know. I mean, the idea of the Amazon Go stores is like there's no checkout. You literally walk in, walk out. There's nothing, right? It's like
right. But where this turns it on its head is that it's a lot cheaper to set up. But if this cart costs two
But
grand,
is it?
yeah, but is it? Well,
Because then you have to have multiple carts, right? This is just on the shelf. So like there's trade-offs.
well, here's the thing: you don't have to make any structural changes to your store. It's basically you buy this cart, you subscribe to the service,
Right.
and that's it. You're set up. If you said, "Oh, I want to set up an Amazon Go type store," you've got to install those cameras and weight sensors and all that other stuff on the shelves. That's a lot of tech. That's a lot of money, and most people aren't going to do that. Even a medium sized chain isn't going to retrofit like that. I think this is kind of trying to fill that gap. But again, the Kroger thing, oh, that's I don't know. I don't know how that's maybe we're looking at it wrong. I don't know because I thought this was really cool, but you threw that Kroger fastball at me, and now I don't know what to say. With these carts, you just don't buy it and then it's yours. You've got to subscribe. You pay a tech subscription, you get free hardware upgrades. So we don't even know. I mean, these guys are a startup, so we don't even know if they'll be around in 5 years or if they'll pivot to something else. That's the risk that you take because the Caper project was already a pivot from something else. These guys were developing cashierless apparel tags. They went to Y Combinator and they kind of spun them and said, no, maybe you should rethink this. And they came up with this cart. So who knows? But what they're trying to sell you is they are going to share the data that the carts collect of how they see the customers move through the store with the retail partners, so you can help optimize their layout. So that's a benefit there. But again, if you're just a guy with one convenience store, I don't know. It's kind of a big spend, big ask. But again, you don't have to install costly equipment. It could be you could do it as a gimmick. You say, oh, we've got cashierless checkout, and because if you got an Amazon Go, which they're coming, there's going to be 3,000 of them soon. I think a lot of this kind of stuff, as we say about all this other technology, it's going to shake out in the next year. We might be looking at this a different way.
Yeah, that's true. It sounds all complex.
It does sound complex, but I like how all the payment and stuff is worked in. Again, I always think about the retailer, all the challenges it takes to just run a freaking store, and then you've got to add some kind of bulky, complex tech on top of it. I'm just hoping that it integrates seamlessly with all their checkout and the POS and everything, because what a guy who runs a store doesn't need is another layer of complexity on his already complex, business.
Yeah.
Exactly. We won't even talk about margins and things like that. It's just tough to run those businesses.
Exactly. John, you know what's also complex?
Shipping, I'll bet.
Yes, it is, but you can make it easier.
I'm going to tell you about our sponsor, SendPro Online by Pitney Bowes. SendPro Online is online software that saves you time and money no matter what you send. Letters, packages, overnights, flats, even shopping carts. You'll always pay the right amount. And here's the good thing. It comes with a free 10-pound scale that weighs and calculates the rates for you. That is magic. Plus, you can compare rates between USPS, UPS, and FedEx right at your fingertips. And remember, folks, on the 27th of January, the postal rates went up. But by using SendPro Online, you can get discounts of up to 40%. That is huge. 40% off of USPS priority mail shipping and get 5 cents off every letter you send. And look, there's no equipment. You just use the cloud. It's in the sky. It's up in the air. It's up in the sky. It's in the cloud. You just log on your computer. It's magic. It's there. And you use your own printer to print your shipping labels and stamps. And listen, this is not expensive. It's only $14.99 a month, people. $14.99 a month. Do you know how expensive stamps are now? And we're going to make it even easier for you. eCommerce Minute listeners can get a free 30-day trial when you visit pb.com/minute. Bart, do you have anything else to add?
Oh, that was plenty.
That was plenty. Full show notes and video of the Caper cart, not the Casper cart, the Caper cart will be on our website, ecommerceminute.co. That's your eCommerce Minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the eCommerce Minute on your Amazon device. Just add eCommerce Minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media @SumoHeavy.